How are you doing today, Grace? Hello,
Hello.
Mr. Israel.
Yeah,
Good to have you today.
thank you, man.
I shared the video with you. Hope you're able to watch it. I know you're busy. I understand.
Yeah,
It's 6 o'clock. I think let's wait for 2 more minutes. How was your day? Everybody okay?
Yep.
yeah, my dear son.
Has anybody had a chance to take some zip of the videos and brush over things?
You mean the 14-hour one?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
still have to do that. We just put it in a priority as well. That will really help us. Because next week now we're gonna be going to focus on the exam and job hunt and career. We're gonna go fully into career and job next week. So today I just let it be a day that you all can ask questions and catch up with the fundamental. Uh, I'm seeing you guys now no more a novice or dummy anymore, but someone with a little bit of knowledge that is ready to really self learn and build self build as well. Um, if you guys have any question for me or things you've studied that is kind of confusing to you, I talked to one of you today. It's like, oh, I was watching the video and as he was talking now, it's just bring grammar. I already know this. It's just not the way you explain it, but I know it better. So that way, he was able to kind of catch up with it and be able to put two to two together on his own. And say, I figure it out. It's interesting. So the concept here is for you to be able to not need me in any way, be very independent and be able to kind of be yourself and grow faster in this field without cramming or even though you have Google as your friend, you can have books as your friend, YouTube as your friend. Sometimes you watch some movie, no matter as you see me, no matter how much I watch Igbo movie without the TypeScript, I can't understand it because I don't speak Igbo at all. Even my wife she's Igbo, but I don't speak Igbo at all. So there's no way of me knowing the 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 meaning or anything. But if assuming I speak a little bit of Igbo or something, and I get a little coach aside, it'll be much easier for me to catch up with not watching Igbo movie. It's the same thing if you speak a full Igbo, watching Yoruba movie, you probably need help. Either you learn the language or someone interpret to you, or there's a TypeScript for you. So I'll give you guys the TypeScript, and I believe individually, collectively, you guys can learn and go far in this field. So I think there's a fear of uh, gift. You're in today. How are you, gift?
I'm good.
I sent you some. Were you able to catch up with the video? I know you were not here last time.
Yeah, I've been able to catch up.
Okay. Everything okay from your side?
Yes. Wait, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. So today we're gonna have an open floor for everyone because as from next week we are not going to talk as the movies anymore. I will be speaking jargon. I will say take the S3. I will be saying some words, keywords. So I won't be talking to you like someone who doesn't know anything. So as for next week, we're gonna work on the resume, we're gonna work on the job hunt, and we're gonna work on the certification. Okay. So I leave today for us to catch up. Let's say today will be the last day we talk like we are talking to kindergarten or we are talking like we are talking we are in primary school. We're gonna step to university level next week. So do anybody feel concern or anything we need to address today? So that way next week we don't have to go back again and repeat it ourselves. Like I mentioned, it is not a must, but it's a good idea to watch that video. That will really help you a lot to be able to come up with questions for me and to be able to say, you know what, I don't know this. I can learn it on my own. So if I mention, I'm not gonna be saying how many lane now. I will say bandwidth, right? So I'm not gonna be saying the speed. I will say 26 milliseconds. So I'll be saying words now. So when I mention it, you guys will understand where I'm coming from. You understand what I'm saying? So we're gonna start talking a different language now, like we speak a tongue now, you know. But it's not more like speaking in tongue to each and every one of you. So do anybody want to start from challenges? We have like we're gonna dedicate the first 30, 40 minutes. Then we start go introduce church to the next week. We're gonna start next week. So okay, let's do the first one out. By 7 o'clock, we will stop talking about we stop talking to each other as a novice. So this is the time for us to catch up, to recap. My goal is for us to really understand this class, not to stress it out at all. I want you to understand it. I want you to be expert in this. So who want to open floor for? Please just raise up your hand in class and ask questions uh, so that we can address it. Or should I keep mentioning calling names? Or everything is good to you guys?
Yeah, let me say something. Let me start. Let me
Okay.
open the floor. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, so I've been able to um I took my time to really study to really know the basics, and then like you said, which is good, some of the terminologies, I know it's a lot. Trust me, it's a lot, but something that's doable anyway.
Yeah.
So what I my strategy is that, like, what you advise, which is very good, like the 13-hour thing. I mean, I didn't really know. I thought maybe it was just one part or something like that. So I was surprised that, wow, is it short? I thought it was 13 hours. Until Grace came in and said, no, there are some other layers also in minutes, hours, and everything. I said, okay, no problem. So which I'm going to resume. But anyway, the little the first part I heard really dive deep into the workings of each of the requirements. You understand? So that means the duties of what is expected of an AWS cloud practitioner. You understand? So then I think some of the materials that which you advise really helps, and also studying, the services again too. That's what I've been able to do. I've been able to study some of the services, just few of them anyway, because I really want to learn. That there are some I found out that I might not really on my level, kind of. You
Yeah.
understand? So like
Yeah.
the application engineer, you understand? So like the
Mm-hmm.
application engineer, development engineer, I was able to, those are your level. Those are like those ones that does like coding, writing
Yeah.
of codes. Yeah, so that one is there. Like as far as that AWC is wide,
Yeah. Yeah.
like what you rightly advise, that you can choose what you want to concentrate on. So I think I'm working on that seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So uh, like the financial aspect of it, what's it called? Like the oh god. Anyway, some of them I took interest, you know, in them, like three, four of them, which I know I can really specialize or
Mm-hmm.
combine them kind of. Let me use
Yeah.
the word
Yeah.
combination. I can combine them, with knowledge. But my concern now is I don't know if the exam or the certification exam will stress on those other parts, which might not really be too relevant or something like that. Is what I don't know since I've not done the exam before, But what I found out about AWS, basically, just to in a nutshell, is that it translates from your physical environment of computing into the cloud environment of computing, building up of your your computer. Many things has gone serverless instead of storage, buying different disk units, buying security systems and everything. Everything has been put in serverless, in cloud. You understand? So you don't need to stress yourself that much again, and you pay as you go. That's what it's all about. You pay for what you use, and if you don't use it again, then you stop paying. So it doesn't attract subscription. You understand? So, like the Lombard I studied, um, something like that. You understand? So, I was able to have an idea of what it's all about because you must know the basics of what it is. I think it's easier, and you were able to break down the basics, kind of, and make us have a choice of okay, this is what you can do, this is what you can concentrate on, this what if you can specialize on this part. You don't have to know all, but if you have an idea of some of those things, then it's better for you. You have a leeway, at least, because you can meet any of these jobs. You understand? So, and maybe questions during interview, or maybe during your course of working, you can dabble in any of those parts. You know, so that's the part I need right now. So I'm just taking my time. This is something which I just started. So that's me. So I believe it will with time. And I will get it. It's just a matter of concentration, discipline, and dedication.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, for the sake of the exam, what we do practice exam together, right? Exam kind of go all over the place, right? For the foundation, but we just need to pass the exam, right? But when you pick up a job, you focus on it. Let me give you one question. The word pocket. Someone know what pocket is? Does someone know what it is? What is the process?
Container is uh,
Okay. So
sorry,
it's a
sorry,
less
sorry, sorry. Container is like a bucket
is
where
a container pocket
data.
instance. They
Yeah.
all like move like almost the same meaning. Like I mentioned, is when you go to Walmart, right? I mentioned something about when you have a shelf, right? I made so many examples. Other colleague, you can remember, mention what is an instance of pocket in your shop. We made all this analysis. Now, I'm just going through the exam question though, so that way you can understand what they are asking you. Just one today, okay? When you create a pocket, what rule must be followed regarding the name of the pocket? Number one, they want to know when you are making an instance. What are the rules you have to follow with the name? It's just like, oh, well, but it must be at least 3 to 36 character in length, and it also must be must be formatted as an IP address. Okay, those are the things that when you go back again to the video or you go back to those services, you can pick one on. But for the sake of the exam, I will send you guys a lot of exam done to watch. Now, when you practice it, remember you do the exam from home. You can do it from home, right? Everybody knows that. You don't need to leave your house. You can do the exam from home. So those are the things they will ask you, pretty much practical things that we have to go back in and do. So the way I want to do it this way is I will go over the exam questions. We will now practice it. Then we go over it again and practice it. Okay. So that way you will actually understand exactly what are they talking about. That's lower. There are questions in the book also that you can practice. But remember, the exam doesn't justify that that's what you'll be doing at your job. Because there are so many things out there that they don't even the exam cannot even cover. But it will give us a general idea. I have about 30 questions we can practice, but don't worry yourself. Focus on learning. Just let's focus. I want to know it. Then the exam will just come easy for us, please. After practicing the sample questions, we'll be okay. So you're doing a great job. That's great. That's great. It's nothing hard on this. It's just about self-determination. You know, we're gonna get there. Okay. Has anybody made an attempt to get the book? But you know what? Instead of buying this guidebook, I will send you guys there's a PDF file you can just download. You can buy. I will check on it, but there's a free one. I got a buddy of mine in South Africa who gets all those free things. If I can get it from it, but they're not even expensive at all. You can just get the dumb question, or I find it and send it to you guys. Just practice it. Practice. Those are the questions that we ask you. But when they ask you question, there are things you know, but when you get the answer, you now understand. Okay, this is what they mean, right? There are things you know, but there's an answer to the question. But you look at it as, okay, I know what it is. So next time they ask you a similar question, you understand what it is, right? Yeah. So, yeah, great one. Who want to go next? Are you done, Mr. Austin?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, thank you.
That's good. That's a good one. Who want to go next?
What was the question? I just came in. Sorry.
Oh, like I want today will be we have like till 7 o'clock today to stop talking like we're talking to each other, like we don't know anything. After 7, we're gonna start talking like professional. So these are the time we have for us to go over things that will make you feel, oh, you know what, I need to really know a little bit about these challenges you're having. So that way we move to the next phase, which from the next 1 hour now to the end of the class, we will know okay, we are all up there right now. We know talking to each other as an engineer, you know. So we're not going to pick an example of go to the Walmart anymore or go to the closet anymore. We're going to talk like a professional. So that's it. Okay, everybody have a floor. We have like we like 5-10 minutes for each of us to address any issue you have that we can all address together, and we can just move from there to the upper level. So you want to go next and tell us what challenges you have? What are the things you notice about the video? What are the things you feel can stop you from being successful in this class and in this career? What are the things that are exciting you most? Why you really want to go further with this?
Okay, let me go. Let me go next.
Okay.
In general, I think the class is very interesting because it's a different challenge set for me. Instruction wise, you are doing a fantastic job because you really come down to our level, because I'm pretty sure almost all of us are on the same level because we're coming in to do this for the first time, except there was a lady I had was doing programming. Some of these languages might seem a little bit familiar to her, but I don't think she has gone into AWS in full. But in general, I am interested and I'm excited about the opportunity to learn this. But I'm having a personal difficulty, which I'm not going to dwell on it. And I'm pretty sure some of us too might have the same problem that I have. Mine is time. Time, because you have to have time to go into studying most of the things. You've given us all the foundations and the prep and the directions and the materials. But the problem for me is just the time to put everything together. But so far so good. I'm really familiarizing myself with the terminologies and all the aspects. But the unfortunate aspect for me is that I really don't have time to go through, which I'm not. Let me put it this: I'm not thinking that anybody, or I'm not. I don't think the class should delay the process of things because I don't have time. But I'm just, airing my issue with my progress for this class. So I hopefully somewhere along the line, maybe from now till next week, I should be able to catch up to the level where I'm supposed to be. So I'm struggling with time and work and all these other things as an adult. And I'm pretty sure some of us are the same way as well. But generally, class is interesting. It's something I plan to do full time in the near future because and that's why I have to look for a way to carve out time to spend on this, because if you don't spend time, especially this is just the beginning, to understand all the details of this foundation, then I might not have the opportunity to make it what I'm supposed to do in the future, like I'm planning. So I unfortunately I was not in class last time. I'm here today, so I'm going to pick up from where I stopped. The 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 thing about clarification here, because we mentioned, you asked a question about pocket, and we mentioned instances, and we mentioned container in the same breath. And meanwhile, my understanding of this instance is different from container, and pocket is a new word for me. So my question is, instances, my understanding is like a little computer. You're building a computer, which in the same breath, I can say that you might have a container as a storage for it.
Mm-hmm.
But the pocket is what I don't understand. Pocket same thing as instances.
No, the instances, think about instance at the small server you run, right?
Okay.
Now, think about the container, much like pocket where you put them.
Uh,
Is it making sense? So they're all connected together one way or the other. But you
Okay.
can't have an instance without container or Docker, that runs it. So I just like try to get you familiar with what is what, you know. Now, remember when you were trying to create I think was not Mr. Ike that was trying to, you created, was it not, you created one server, right? That time, we have an issue. We still have to go back in there again. Now, what I want to do is the pocket. Just think about it this way right now. Pocket is more like where you put something. Think about your pocket, your jacket, right?
Okay.
If you have your cell phone is your instance, your server. You put inside your pocket, right?
Okay. Okay. I get
Yeah.
the drift.
Like
Yeah.
think about instance. Think about instance like your cell phone, like a computer one, where you put inside a container, and you put inside your pocket, right? And we're gonna get to deeper, separate them, but they are like that's the familiarity with all of them.
Sorry, can I add something to that? What I read about pockets,
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken, is that I'm just giving like a summary. What I read
Hmm.
is that pocket is like the breakdown of of um, of um, of major application in a database. That's I don't know if I'm right. Like the breakdown of a major component. Sorry, major components into smaller units for
Hmm.
easy accessibility. I
Okay.
don't know if
Okay.
is it related to that. I know I'm
Yeah.
talking.
Instance is a computer. Just think about them as an instance, right? Where do you run computer? You have to put it somewhere. Even Amazon Glacier, they have to be somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So and when you look at the container, you look at the instances, you look at the pocket, they all work together, but there can never be any instance without a place to put it to run on. They are not on the S3 side.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So when just think about S3 side, but remember instances doesn't have to be on S3, right? Instances can be on platform as a service, right?
Yeah. Platform service. Yeah.
So do we understand now?
Okay.
Yeah.
But when we start creating it, you understand more. But just think about it that way. So I will not confuse you guys more when I keep adding more grammar to it.
Okay.
So sometimes some things are like the same concept, but depend on how you apply it, on how you where and how you are using it, that will determine you call it. Let's say if I'm if I'm in Nigeria right now, they say I'm a Nigerian in what? In Nigeria. But if I'm in America right now, they might say I'm an American, right? So depend on the location. What's the good example of this? That can you ever seen something like the same thing, but they call it different name because of the different location? Can you give an example of those? It's the same thing, but they call it different name because of the location. Is that question making sense? Oh yes. Um. Uh. Now, what do Igbo call Eba? What do you guys call Eba? What is the name of Eba in Igbo? I know we don't. You don't call it Eba. Ogbono soup, right? Ogbono soup is called. It's okra. The same okra, right? It's the same okra soup. You Yoruba call it okra. Igbo call it ogbono. Is it not the same?
Not necessarily. Okra is actually totally different from ogbono, actually. So
Really?
yeah, there are two different soups. Okra is what even African Americans eat that as well. So it's not the
Okay.
same actually. Totally different. So
Okay.
maybe
Is there anything that we
Ogbono is different. Ogbono is,
really?
or you could call it maybe you can call like let's say you can call it swallow, but that's kind of English. But maybe Igbo could call it akpu maybe.
no, the akpu is different.
They are not Igbo, so
Really?
yeah, Igbo person. I think Mr. Israel is Igbo, so he could tell you what they call swallow. I think in Igbo maybe. I don't know.
I think Eba is like a pidgin for general thing, but if you break it down to apple is
Akpu, right?
cassava. Apple is cassava.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's fufu.
that's
Yeah,
Ak-
like fufu. Yeah, apple
It's
is
fufu.
yeah, it's fufu
It's
so you
fufu.
might
kind of.
use that example maybe fufu then akpu. So
Mm.
Yeah.
Like I'm just looking for something we can call that is the same thing, but they call it because of the location or because of the tribe, they call it different name.
For Mr. David, I'm sorry. For purposes of illustration, is that can you bring down your board and you can just make
Okay.
something visual for us to have that
Okay.
understanding to
Let
show
me
us
let
what is
me
an instance?
okay. Let me do
Yeah,
that for you.
but maybe that might help a little bit.
Okay, let me do that.
Okay.
Let me share
And
my
I'm sorry, it looks like this is like I wouldn't call it basic, but this is at elementary level. I'm a little bit confused, but
it's okay.
I
Don't
just
worry
want that
yourself. Don't
clarification.
worry yourself.
Don't worry, we all learning.
trust me, Mr. Israel is the only one.
You are not the only one, my brother.
Okay.
No, you see, it's very important we understand this thing though, because they could get you confused later down the road. I'm trying to share my board though.
Just hearing Pocket for the first time. I've only heard of Docker containers, but hearing Pocket is a new level for me right now. So I don't
A pocket is a container, but
know.
it's for object.
Oh,
Okay, look at it. Object that there are files and metadata, right? Files like when you take your picture, you save it to cloud, you put it in a container, but that container is called pocket.
wait.
Does it make sense?
The same container where you put your
It-
pictures,
it-
it's called a
okay.
pocket.
When you store when you put um your server, you put it in they're all in S3, okay? All of
Yeah,
them are in S3.
storage.
Your
Yeah.
container
Yeah.
storage, huh?
Yes. So when you put your container, right, and that container, what you put inside it is more like files. Any metadata that describe files. Anything I say, okay, like in that, I put book. Let's say, oh, okay, think about it as a shelf in your house, right? Where you put your book. Books are all in form of paper, right? But if you put your book is on the shelf, right? And where do you put your food? Where do you put your food?
Like
Sometimes in the
store
refrigerator.
tree.
Exactly. Can you put your book inside the refrigerator?
No.
Okay. So think about pocket as a shelf where you store file and method or any information to describe your file. Okay. What are files? Files are you save Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or your picture, your images. You know what I'm saying?
As like information.
Yeah, they are not like a database. They are not like a like a server. You don't put
You
server
say like
in.
applications, maybe?
No, they are only for objects to
Oh,
store.
just objects strictly.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
But they're all on S3. S3. So
So,
think
so,
about anything that's
so if I understand you correctly, let's say, for instance, you just talked about pictures, and then you put in your pictures in a container, and then
but that
in that
container
container,
is called pocket because you want to store inside it. You find it to be a pocket.
okay, this is what I'm trying to understand.
Okay.
It's a container, but in that container there are pockets. Say you are separating your picture. Say, let's say a vacation picture, and
No.
another
Okay,
picture.
let's do an example. You have in
Okay.
your house, right?
Mm.
You have where you sleep, right? And you have your garage, right?
Yeah.
So if I come back home from work, where do I park my car?
In the garage.
Okay. So let's assume where do I sleep?
In the bedroom,
Where do I put my clothes?
in
In
the
the closet.
closet. So they are all pockets. Okay, now I get you. Yeah, I
No,
can. It's
they are container, right? But garage is also a room now. You know that, right?
yes.
But they built it to store car.
Uh-huh.
Will you take your bed and sleep in your garage?
No.
No.
The heat will be too much. Okay. So pocket is where think about pocket as the garage in your house that is only meant to store objects. All your room, everything in house, when they are building it, is a partition. They just say, okay, this is the garage, this is the bedroom, this is the wardrobe, this is the all those, you know what I'm saying? So let's assume in the cloud now is a house where you put your file, you know, like your storage only to store file. Can you go ahead and buy fish, fresh fish and put it in the garage? You will definitely put that in a way.
In the freezer
Okay, is the freezer not a container?
is a container.
But what do you call it?
Is a pocket.
No.
Okay,
Freezer is
that's
a
where I'm
container.
confused now. So
When,
basically,
when I tell you now,
pocket
it
is
is
just strictly for objects.
yes.
Okay, I understand. So what you're saying is that whatever we're storing, the ones that store objects alone is what is called the pocket.
Called pocket.
I get you now. Because I've
Is
never
it
heard that word. I've been studying it well as long as I have, but I've never heard pockets except just
no,
Docker containers, and
so,
you know.
you see what I'm saying now? So it's the same. So when you go deeper in S3, right?
Okay.
You understand,
Mm-hmm.
you understand more on the different types of the name. The same thing. It's just container, but everything's under what? S3. Now, let me ask you something. Do you think Pocket can be hardware as a service or software as a
Pocket?
service? Pocket, will it ever be software as a service?
No, I would
No,
say it will be hardware service, right?
Exactly, which is infrastructure as a service.
it's
So you
Yes.
know what I'm saying here? So once you understand container, you now know, okay, based on what you're using the container for, we determine what you call it. Is it making sense?
Okay.
Then, if we have to go with Austin's definition of pocket, which says the breakdown of major components into smaller units for easy identification or allocation.
Just like you do file in your library. You see how they break it down. So, but always know that pocket is a container for what? Objects.
Objects.
Okay.
Is it making sense?
Yeah.
So when you say the objects, so the objects such as is it like the PowerPoint, Microsoft, all the one you were talking about? Are those the
An object is a file or any metadata that describe that file.
or any metadata? Okay.
Okay, let's assume. Oh, let's assume I park a car in the garage, right? At the same time, some people they are so crazy that in their house they have a space, like parking lot. Oh, parking lot now they say this is for manager, this is for visitor, even this is for the handicap, right? But anywhere you put the information that's stored, the information about who owns the parking lot is still inside the pocket. So where you put an object, which is a file, and any metadata means something that describes you, your property. It is called pocket. Anywhere you store those things. That's the good one. Do you guys have any full understanding now?
That's the question. How would you? So, what is data then? How would you describe a data?
Okay, look at data now.
I don't know.
Data can be many things, right? Data is more on information. Anything that provides information is data. But let me
Yes.
ask you something.
Well, it's a metadata.
Metadata means metadata, like proper something that describes that data. Metadata. You understand?
Is it a description of data or is it
Okay, do
metadata?
you know that Amazon what is Facebook? Why do you think what is the meaning of beta that Facebook went into?
Data, say the Facebook want to go into
Metadata is
something imaginary, kind of.
meta technically means like something that property of something. You understand what I'm saying? If I want to describe, if anybody do not know Chief Austin right now, I will tell you he's a very tall man. What is a tall man means to you? Is that not your metadata? So by the time I give full detail of your metadata, even some people that have never seen you in their lifetime, they will know who you are. They will see you and say, oh, yes, this is Chief Austin you're talking about. Very tall, handsome, tall man. This is the McKinney. You know, all those kind of things. That are the things that describe you. Those are your metadata. Do you know when someone take a picture and give you a picture? Do you know that picture is a metadata of the person?
Oh, so now, God bless me. So metadata is a description.
It's a meta of data.
That's what I'm saying. It's a description of an application or it's a description of something. Because based on what you say right now, nobody has seen me before. But because you see I'm tall.
Your metadata, yeah.
So anybody that sees me, they say, okay, that is a description of what you talked about. So
Yes.
that means you can say metadata is a description of something.
Do you know, instead of keeping your record, right? I can put your picture on my house and I'll say, this is Mr. Austin. This is Grace. Is it not true? But you are not the one there. But that is you. That's who you are. That is your. Some people, metadata is just describe. It describe an information
Exactly, description of an information. Exactly,
about the data.
From Google information here, a definition, it just says metadata is data that provides information about other data, but
Yes.
not the content of the data,
Yes.
such as the text of a message or the image itself.
Yes. Is it making sense now?
I don't think so. No one is responding. Let me read it again.
Yes, I think I understand what you're saying.
It is well with all of us. We will get.
Sure, Israel.
No, I get your point. Yeah.
No, we get.
I know.
We must get.
Chief Austin, let me ask you something.
Okay.
When you build your website and you're sending from there,
Okay.
right? Do you put that soja on your website directly?
No, I just put a description, maybe an image of
You only
how it looks like.
know the metadata. Now, when they pay, they get the real data, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
It's just giving you information. Doing everything we do on the internet is based on the metadata.
That's why sometimes you might see something on the internet or image, and by the time it comes, it's not actually what you saw.
But what they say is this: it is not the content of that data, but it's not the description of it.
The description of it, yes. Okay.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
When I see your soja on the website, do you give me the soja itself?
No.
Soja is the content now.
Okay.
This example here in Google. It said, for example, author, date created, date modified, and file size are examples of very basic document file metadata. Having the ability to search for a particular element or elements of the metadata makes it much easier for someone to locate a specific document.
Yes. Okay. Do you know we do this every day? Has anyone ever opened your computer and go to my Drive C or my document? Have you ever go to my document before? When you open up your laptop, go to my document on your computer. where you put your pictures.
Yeah.
Go look on your phone. Go to the directory where you put your picture, right? Do
You
you
see
see that?
descriptions of the files and all that.
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
the metadata.
okay.
But that will not. That doesn't mean if you don't click on it, you will never be able to go to that.
Don't
But
know
that
exactly what
metadata,
it is, right? That's what you're saying.
yeah,
Okay.
this is very interesting.
Wow, this.
There is a description here too that says metadata makes it easier,
Mhm.
much easier to find relevant data.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. The truth of the matter is, without the metadata, are you going to? Okay, let's assume I want to eat. Okay, let's assume I want to buy suya now, and I've never tasted suya in my life, but I have a bunch of metadata about that suya, right? But if I don't have the metadata, someone say the one is salty and spicy. You know, they always say that this is
Oh,
spicy.
yes.
But let's assume that I don't have the metadata and I see the food. Will I be putting every food in my mouth to know which one to go for? When you go to buffet today, you just get it. Don't you read the metadata before you buy the before you pick up the food in buffet?
Mm. That's
We do this every day.
sweet and sour, spicy.
Uh-huh. Madam Grace, you like say you like Chinese.
I do actually.
Oh, by the way, go to McDonald's. You know, I'm very bad at metadata when it comes to picking food. Chelsea knows how to pick food like crazy. She knows the metadata like crazy. So I can't even go to Walmart. I mean, the food I know, even when I look at the picture, I still don't understand. You know? So those are the metadata. We do metadata every day.
Mm.
Every day. But we just don't know the meaning of what we are doing. You know. This is very interesting. Let us crack this down. Let us crack it down. So we know what is pocket now.
Mm.
We know metadata. Now what else do we let me see if I can something else I can um gift. Oh, that's are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, gift. I'm not hearing you talking. Do you know everything?
No, I'm learning as everyone is speaking.
Okay, that's good. You know you are the most privileged among us here, including you are better than me. You start this at your young age. So more kudos to you, okay? You're doing the right thing.
Thank you,
If we
sir.
all have opportunity when you are at your age. Maybe you all retired to Nigeria by now.
Yes, sir.
So let us find. I think there's now someone was talking to me. He said he pick up a DevOps job and he's having challenge with Docker. I want us to go. I know. I just want to make sure it's not out of the scope of this one, so that we are not going to be all over the place without direction. So we know what. Okay, now let me ask you something. Will you put instance inside the pocket? Will you put instance inside pocket?
Yes,
Why? Why will you put instance inside the pocket?
it's just like a cell phone. We have other things you can
No,
put in your phone.
instance is an easy tool.
Yeah.
It's a computer. You can't
Mhm.
put computer inside your garage. Oh. That thing will fry.
If your garage is cool, it's not gonna fry.
So you cannot put instant. You put inside. You cannot put inside the pocket. Pocket is just meant for file or metadata. You know what I'm saying? Those those are the once you understand what it is, you know you can't put it there. So are you gonna say I have a pocket as a platform as a service? Maybe you can have a story too. I don't know, but based on the definition of what they say you are doing, you know. So do you consider your parking lot at your job as a pocket?
Yes,
Why?
because you're parking a car, which is like an object in the space.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 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 yes,
Good.
yes, yes.
Good response. Yes, sir.
You see, you see,
I love that.
Like,
I love that. Yeah.
do you know something? You know what I notice in life? Where we get things easy, we don't think we don't feel it. You guys are acquiring knowledge in a very, very easy way. That's why you all think you don't know anything. By the time you get there, you know that you have gone too far. You don't even believe it. All you need to do is first attempt, you will get it right away. You get it right away. You know. Now, developers use a lot of metadata to make some decisions. Like something like, well, let me not go too deep on that one. Okay, so who want to talk next or any other concern? No, but all these things we are talking about, by the time we are going through the exam questions, right? Many things will start coming out. Then we start explaining it, okay? Uh, privilege to be, okay. When we start from Monday now, we're going to go through exam question one by one, and we all answer it one by one. Then we go to the Google, we find the answer by ourselves. Then we answer it, right? So we know it. Now we will not be able to relate it back to what we have learned, not just to pass the exam, but relate it back to what we have learned. So that will give us the ability to touch pretty much everything here and there. Is it making sense now? I think we should finish. We have like 30 questions to finish by Tuesday next week. Okay. We're gonna
Can I one quick question, please?
sure.
When do we end this class? Do we still have up to Saturday next week?
Yeah, we have to next not we have next week upper week to finish this class.
19.
I think
And I don't know. I would like to propose something. I don't know, and it all depends on you and your availability. I'm thinking if it's possible for us to increase our Saturday class from 2 hours to 3 hours. That is, if it's fine with you and everybody else. See, because I'm always available on Saturdays, and I don't know the schedule of the rest of the members. But if it's okay for us to make it a little bit extended, so we can get more learning or get more information, I don't know if it's okay with you.
yeah, I mean, we need everybody okay. Everybody have a different schedule. Do we guys vote? What you guys
Yes.
vote for? So is that okay with everybody?
I'm okay with Saturday too.
I mean, I'm straight.
Okay. Because I'm telling you, this is what I'm thinking. By Tuesday and Wednesday, we're gonna finish the exam, right?
It's Tuesday and Thursday, Mr. Bailey.
So Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay.
Tuesday and Thursday, we finish the exam. Okay. It's actually 30 questions, but it's gonna take us time because we are not just answering the question. When they ask questions, we're gonna go to all the option A, what it means, option B, what it means. Then we go over to Google together.
Okay.
We're gonna search the answer. I want you to be on your own. You need to be on your own. You say, okay, like now, what is pocket? Let's find out what is pocket. We all pretend we don't know it, right? We find it online. We know the meaning of everything. Then it might take up 15 minutes for one question, right? So hopefully by Wednesday, but on Saturday, right, we now start digging into the job, right? We start digging into what are the things we need to know for the job, how you set up your job environment. But if I pray you guys can finish this video by Wednesday, because I will send out the resume out. There's some things gonna be off recording that we're gonna be within us to talk about, right? On the job thing. So I'm hoping on Saturday next week, we all should be preparing for the job interview on Monday. Does it make sense? So
Yeah.
Before exam.
Oh yeah. Oh, exam is just for you to in your resume you just say AWS. You're gonna pay in progress. You put it in your resume. In fact, sometimes you can even say you already have it because by the time they call you for anything, you already did the exam.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? But remember, you can do the exam from home, right?
Yeah, let me ask you a question, my brother.
Sure.
After the program, let me see, because this is a program, right? Because there's a time frame. So after the program, so is there what you call like a continuity, or
we talk off the record on that. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
There is. I really want all of you to have a very good job before the match of next year. I want you guys to learn a very good job. We'll talk about the other thing, right?
No problem.
Okay.
So they should pay tight to me, please. Tight. Your first tight, please come to me.
You're a pastor. You have a church.
My brother Israel. I go talk with him. They do me now.
Okay.
But the thing I want you guys to focus on is there's so much remote work, right?
Say that again. Sorry.
Remote work.
Okay. Yeah.
You can go on site, but why do you want to go on site when it's up to anybody's side? But I will pick up remote job though.
I think I'm so used to remote over many years, and I don't think I can do on site anymore right now.
Exactly. So
I can't even see myself doing on site anyway because I've been my life.
some people prefer to be on site. I mean, Some
Yeah.
people want to be on site, but I don't think I can go on site as you see me now. I don't even know.
No, not
I
me.
go crazy when I go to the office.
No, not me. Yeah.
And precisely when you're on site, there are so many things you cannot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's right.
So there's a thing we talk about
Mhm.
from and next week when it's Thursday will be the last time we record. The next time we do on Saturday, we are not going to record it because I try to record all this stuff so you can always go back to it and help yourself when you get a free time.
Yeah.
What I intend to do is I have a TypeScript. I know I have an accent, so I'm trying to type it and have something to say in English, so that way you put it on a recording and you can download it. And even when you are driving, you can always listen to it, right? You
You record it too. I understand your accent, Mr. Bello. I beg. Ah, it's true. I understand. It's true. I did the story about my life.
No
So I
comment.
understand your accent 100%.
know, I started recording the other day,
You are
and
driving. That makes it, it makes it.
I started recording the other day,
Yeah.
and I had to stop it because I replay myself, and I just don't like myself. Listen,
Oh well, we are listening to you now. So
We you and I have the same problem. When if I leave a message for my wife and she's playing it, I feel like hiding because it doesn't sound like me.
Mr.
It
Bello,
sounds,
even at work, I don't
but
like listening to my own self, my own recording. I'm like, wait, is that me? Is that my voice?
yeah.
So I get you, but I just want to listen for the sake of this class. I don't care about it. I just want to.
But you don't sound like that. I when I'm hearing your voice, I know because I've seen you. I know how your voice sounds like, and it's the same. Yours doesn't change, so it's the same thing. Yeah.
Uh,
you know, maybe
two
gift
different
doesn't have an accent. Gift is the only one that does not have an accent.
the other one as well.
Yeah.
You can do
So
both so that for those of us that can listen to your voice like me, I understand it. And then for those that cannot, that can just read through the script, and that's fine. At least you have it
yeah.
both ways.
Gift, do you have a difficulty listening to my recording?
Yeah, the audio was a bit low, but I was.
Don't worry. But but you can hear me clearly. No, I have an accent, so but you can hear me clearly though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry, I will get I when I first came to this country, I took an English class. I still failed. They say I have an accent, so they put me in the class with the Japanese people. That was a young case. They put me in a class. When I got to the class, they were all like foreign. They don't even know how to speak English. Now you put in the same class. I took that.
That's you, that class at that time.
Hey,
You
Stuff
do.
like I took the compulsory for what do all those spellings
for
different.
American English is actually the wrong one. That's what they taught us in school. They teach you British English and which is Queen's English and American English. That's letting you know that American English, that spelling is actually incorrect.
If
So
you go to
they
English
are
now, even you see American.
that's wrong spelling.
I tell you one story. When I was in Indiana, I owned a computer shop, right? And I got a lot of clients. Just like Best Buy, people come around, and I had my own brand that time. So when they come to my shop, they queue, and I have to attend to a first person. So there was a lady one day. She was asking me, and I was talking. I just came to me from Nigeria. That time when you just came to US, the way you call computer is a computer. And it's normal way you call it. So I was explaining to the lady, your computer was having better because and he was like, I will see that I see.
I know she'll make you repeat yourself like 100 times.
Yes, and everything I said, she would say, eh. So there was another lady that was waiting to me. He said, what are you doing? I can understand this man clearly where I'm sitting. I just kept quiet. That was when I started going back to school.
Let me go and learn again.
But wherever you live is your home. You have to just do like they do there,
Well,
That's
that's you don't have a choice, right?
no choice. If you go to Mexico now, you have to learn Spanish. That's the language I don't think I can understand in Spanish. I mean, I can. I don't know. I don't think I'm too old for all those
Never say
languages.
never.
I went to one class for Spanish. I dropped out of that class because man, we start from
It's
That was
it's
so annoying.
it's just like somebody that was looking for Chick-fil-A. He said he stopped an American, a white person. He says, "Please, I beg, do you know where Chick-fil-A is?" Chica. Now I say, "Sorry, is it a new restaurant?" He said, "No." He said, "No." He said, "Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A."
Right?
He said, "No, is it a new restaurant?" Now I said, "No, it's popular."
Mm.
Oh, Chick-fil-A. He said, "Yeah." He said,
You
"Yeah,
know, you
that
know,
thing they drop
seriously,
really cool."
it took me a long time to understand how to spell mosquito. Mosquito is what I call it.
Oh, mesquite. Okay, mesquite. That thing could be confusing. That's the
Yeah.
mesquite. If
Yeah.
you're not careful, you
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 see,
you say it's mosquito.
I want you guys to understand something. We have a lot of disadvantages that work against us in this field. The only thing that makes us unique is our knowledge. You
That's
know,
right.
because
That's right.
I'm telling you, there are people out there that speak better than us. Okay, like we are in the same car with Gift now. If they call us for interview and Gift is one of them, they will pick Gift before they pick us.
That's true.
But the only reason why they will not pick
That's so
Gift,
true.
if it's only if we demonstrate exceptional skill sets. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why, and it's not about cramming, it's about being able to prove to this guy that you know what, I can help you. You are the one that need me. Do you know why the Indians are getting job? Because they know they even if they don't know it, they help each other out, they support each other. You can never know. The only way one India will fail is only when all the Indians fail.
When we're not recording, I'll speak freely, but no,
Sure,
not
sure,
today.
sure, sure.
Yes.
So
Well,
let us
everything
work
we
together as
said
a
here
team
is
as
a
well.
fact. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, let's just be. And after this class, I want you guys to work together as a team as well, even on your job site. We create a forum. You share your skill or you learn on the job. So everybody we kind of work together. You know, there's so much potential out there.
Yeah,
There's so
that
much.
really help. It really help. Yeah,
Yeah,
that idea
I'm
will
telling
really
you.
help.
I'm
Thank
telling
you.
you. Telling you.
Yeah, it will help.
There's a lot of things we discuss off record. You know, we'll talk more. So who else want to go? Grace,
Sir,
you need to talk. Oh.
have I not been talking since this man?
So I'm assuming you know everything.
By God's grace.
Okay. Who people is
Well,
hiring?
I'm still like it's just like what Mr. Israel said. It's just for me, it's I'm actually trying, but it's a time factor for me, you know. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm trying to, and I'm not rushing through it. 'Cause I want to actually, I don't know how to cram. Actually, I don't know how to, even if I try. So I
That's
try
the best
to
thing to do. Not
read,
to
but
come.
I don't even know how to cram, even if I want to. I've never been able to do that. So I always try to read,
Mm.
listen to the videos, you know, that 14-hour one, go back to it again, make my notes, go back. So I just keep doing back and forth because I don't want to rush through anything. It's better for me to understand
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it will make sense to me.
Now, please, if anybody is coming, stop it.
I don't even know how to do it, even if I
So
want to.
we cannot come in this field. We cannot. Okay, I tell you. You see, I used to train people like a couple years ago. Like I was at a winter church. Some people came to me. I trained a few people. Some of them are doing well now. A lot of them. Um, some of them came to me. I want to go into IT. I said, okay, but I want to be a DBA. I said, why? Ah, that's where the money is. My friend told me. Ah, I said, I can't help you. He said, why? But you train this guy that I know. He said he's a DBA. And I said, no, I train because that's what he wants to, not because his friend is doing it. And that when I assess the guy, I said that's what the best for him to do. Don't jump into IT because someone is doing it. If Grace is doing it, focus on S3. Don't say because Grace is doing it. Make sure it's something because this field you will not last if you don't know it. There are people that jump from one job to the other. You know why? They can't keep a job. Because when they do one, they get frustrated easily. How will you not get frustrated when you don't even know the fundamental? Because the, how many services do you want to cram? How many services do you want to cram? When it comes, you go to Google. Now, let me tell you, let Google and YouTube be your best friend.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't start watching video anything unnecessary. When you get on YouTube, make sure it's something that benefits your life, that make different to you. Not all this. Movie is good though, when you want to spend time with family, but there's so much to gain on YouTube that will make you. Like I always tell people, when you chase money, you can't see money when you chase it. But when you chase knowledge, money starts chasing you like crazy.
Yeah.
When you chase knowledge, money will be looking for you. You know what brings money? Services. People want your services. People want your services. They want you to touch their computer. They want you to make different for them. Because they also benefit from them, from what you do for them. So please, it's very, very important not to cram. Grace, I like your style. Take your time. You know, if you need me for anything, just call me. We're more than happy to help you. So I want you all to be successful. I just want to see you guys doing better. Because when I look at my email and job call every day, it's annoying to me that there are people that can do this in that day. Why I did not give it them? It's just annoying. So that is why my phone is never on ring. They call me on Saturday too. They don't even let. I mean, you know what I'm saying? These are the things that someone can do. Someone out there can. But the thing is, I can't push it out there when I know they will fail. You understand what I'm saying? So let's all build confidence in ourselves and know that we are in to succeed here, and we are here to help each other. Look, guys, know each other as a team now. When one of you get a job, you all get a job. You all work together, you know, and help each other out. Please, I'll get a team after this class. You can move to the next WhatsApp group, then job interview, everything like that. Off the record, we talk more. So, who else want to go?
For me, this is Ike.
Oh, yeah, Igwe.
Yeah, I'm still here. Absolutely. Um, I just started seeing it in reality as a day-to-day activities and words that you use. Like some of the words, if you break them down in your own simpler way, you find out that it's almost the same thing as what you do every day or what you say every day. So I'm beginning to see from that perspective of this is what I see or hear or say every day. And it began to make senses to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
And to be honest with you, when you are seeing yourself to that level, you'll be so happy within yourself. Like, even though you don't know it, you can know it. Does it make sense? Even though you don't know it, it takes you a few seconds to know it.
Mhm.
That's where I want you guys to be. Because when you pick up job, before you start calling me, I make sure you do your own work first. Don't just say because Chief Austin will help me. Let me tell you. What is EC3? Tell me quick, 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 quick. Go and do it yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Don't take advantage of each other. Do your research work first. When there's no way to go anymore, reach out to the team. Is it making sense?
Yeah, makes a
Because
lot of
some
sense.
people are lazy. When they see someone that will give them hand off, they won't walk at all. They will just be asking, can you help me set up my EC3 really quick? Can you help me set up this thing? Why can't you do it yourself? Well, you don't need to depend on anybody. Try the best. The more you do this thing, the more you know how to use Google, the more you know how to type in word, looking at dictionary for a word, the real meaning of a word. That's when you now realize this thing is a piece of cake. It's just easy. It's just easy. I got into IT very hard. I mean, Nigeria, we don't have any Google that we don't. By the time I left my job that time, there's no power. NEPA might not be there for 3 days. Maybe NEPA will wait. Lantern. So will I be able to Google on under the lantern when there's even no power? So now I always tell people in the US, if you fail, it's your fault. And if you are successful, it's your fault too. I mean any because they are give us Americans don't give us everything, but they give us what we need to be successful. I had the story of a when I was in Missouri. This girl, she's a nurse. She fight for I think that time you can fight for younger one to come over here. She's citizen here. She fight for younger brother. It takes like a couple of years though to get those in that time. So when she realized it was remain 6 months, I think the brother was going for the interview in Nigeria. Fresh graduate from university was going for the interview at the embassy. You know, they schedule ahead of time. She sent him to MCSC class in Lagos. I know this story very well. And the guy did his MCSC in Nigeria. He graduated. He hasn't gone for service that time. But I think there's a way he did it, waived it or something. He came to Missouri. Chief, you know Sona. That was when Sona just started that time. The guy entered Kansas City, Missouri today. The guy has scheduled interview in Nigeria for job. Remember when they give you this thing, you can apply. They actually he says because they already gave him his green card, you know, but they will hire you before they start asking for your social security number now. You know what I'm saying? So the guy entered Kansas City. Was it not on Saturday? He did an interview on Monday. The Sona asked him to start work the following Monday because he had his MCSC. He started making 60,000 that time. That was 2019. No, God, no, man, that was 2013 or something. Well, it took me a long time. He became a $6,000 a year job. That sister was making around 50 something that year. We have been in America for a long time. But the boy worked there for like 3 months. He jumped another, he left Sona to another job for 90,000 after like 2.5 months. After a while, that December that year, they get another 120,000 a year job. I was like, what kind of accelerated life is this one? And I was in America for a long time. You know, by the time you start running around hustle to survive, you don't have time to study and do all this training. We don't have time. I don't have time because I'm always on the roof. I don't climb the roof. I'll be running cable. I'll be traveling all over the place because you have to survive and pay your bill. So let us mind what is called poverty trap. Not like you are poor, but when you are struggling to survive to pay your bill and you are really struggling, you will not have time to find a solution that will give you sustainable revenue. That's how America is set up. Imagine working in a factory, you're making $13. I know some people in Texas, they always like call each other when they say $13 an hour job. If this place I'm going, they pay $13.50 to they all rush there. One day I was listening to one of them. Some of them was with me. He had to run in the car. They said they're taking application because they're paying $13.50. He rushed down to that place because I was like, I have to go. This place is paying better. And I thought to myself, I said, oh God, what will $13.50 do for you? You give money away from Nigeria. And I told someone the other day, say, they increase my pay. I'm making $17 an hour now. I'm not trying to mock anybody. What I'm saying is, where we come from as a Nigerian, we are smart people. We can do better. We can do better. We can do better. And these are the kind of thing that can make us work together as a team and become better. It doesn't matter what your foundation you have. Either you know it. You guys don't know anything about IT. I don't know. I started somewhere before. We're all here now. We all can talk about Docker. We all can talk about Pocket right now, right? So when anybody come to your house now and say Pocket, even if you're asking for the real Pocket, you start talking about you mean what do you want to install in it? Oh, give me Pocket. I want Pocket. Oh, you first talk about your job now before you start telling them, oh, you mean Pocket. Oh, sorry, I was talking. I remember Chief Austin. By the time you start conversing with this man, you start taking you to I mean, it become part of him.
The Scrum.
The Scrum. If you ask him his name, he might even tell him his Scrum. I mean, he bury himself in it. What is this is scale. Oh, I would eat, please. Gift, I want you to say something.
So
Say something. I know we are here, right?
yeah.
Did you just agree with him, Gift? Well, we are old. We're not.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I've not been feeling well the past few days, so that's why I'm still catching up with that. But for the most part, I'm learning quite a lot of new things. I just started taking computer science this year. So at the beginning, when you were going over about how the internet works and um, the systems behind the internet, I was already aware of those, but this new information about instances, Amazon S3, and all that, it's cool to me how you've been connecting them to the real world, because personally for me, I only retain information that I can connect to or I can see visually. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay, good one, good one, good one, good one.
Eh, eh,
Oga Kali and they are not here today. Oh, maybe they missed the meeting. Oh, that's fine. So anybody else want to talk? So before we start, I want to dig into
yes,
something else.
I
Okay.
I just I just want to make a brief statement. I don't know I don't know if you've been doing this in the past, and I think you have on maybe other you've done some training in the past. I just want to implore you to continue to do this in the near future. I know you don't have time. I know you have a lot of things, and training is another additional thing to your plate. But I just wanted to implore you to continue to do this. The reason being that Indians took over IT because of what you just said here. They just help each other, they train each other. And Nigeria should not be left out. Like you said, we are very intelligent and smart people. So, as a matter of fact, there was, can't remember when, I think about 15 years ago, when I was working at a factory in Dallas, Texas. One guy who met me there asked me what I was doing, and told me proudly that Nigerians don't do the kind of work that I was doing as a then, and that made me really proud. And information sometimes are hidden, and some people don't tell other people what they know or what they're capable of doing, and that's one thing that really impressed me when I saw your message about his training that I decided to enroll in, because some people don't talk about what they know, they don't teach, so I just want to encourage you to continue to do this and help our people in this field so we can become the new Indians.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Thank you. Now, also, please, each of you, you're also a branch to the tree, right? Once you know it, you can always go out there and spread it out to people because, okay, I always, there was a story I had, a guy came from Nigeria and I was staying with this guy, and the man worked in Walmart. Please don't call me wrong here. Walmart is a very wonderful place to work. But the man worked there for 30 something years, then he retired. So when he came, he told the guy to get a job in Walmart. So the guy started working in Walmart. The guy was complaining, So I was working at the bank in Nigeria. I should know I left Nigeria. The guy said, but you're making more than in Nigeria. And I said, yes, now, but this is too much. You're even lucky. When I came to this country, I started on the floor. No, in those stalker, those that there's something that stalk people. The one that do the shelving in the night. They call them stalker, right? In
Yes.
Walmart. He
Yes,
Yes.
said,
yeah,
there,
yeah,
you're
night
even lucky.
stalkers, yeah, night
Yeah.
Yeah, he said
stalkers.
you're even lucky. I started $7 an hour, $7.50. Look at you. You started at like they're paying you like $9 and $10 an hour. See me, I started 30 years ago. Look at me now. I'm a retired manager. I'm still on retirement. I'm getting my retirement money. That's a very wonderful example, right? Wonderful. But guess how much will he make when he retire? The man made $160,000 for 30 something years as the manager. You understand what I'm saying? So how do you expect that person to tell someone that just came from Nigeria to get the better job? Where will he go? There's always something they say, if you don't, you cannot see beyond your nose. Chief Austin, if you have 3 jobs now, okay, Israel, if you have 4 jobs now, there's still job out there for people.
Of course.
Of course, a lot.
You can't take my job, I can't take your job. We might even do the same interview for the same job. They might pick, they might not pick me. I go to the next one. No,
Exactly.
go to Indeed. I just stop looking at those things. Every time I look at those, I just open my email. What is it there? Why are people not successful out there? So please, nobody can take what belongs to you. Spread it to friends and family. Whatever you know, share it. Let them fly with it. You don't need to be struggling at all. We are hardworking people. We put in the right direction. We put in the right direction.
Yeah,
And just channel it there, please.
real talk, real talk. Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't be envy each other or thinking someone is old, someone is young. Come on, there's so many jobs for everybody.
Let me
Do
give
you
you
know?
an instance. The
I
president,
get one thing. Even when you don't get job, ask Mr. Ike. He can go. There's one place that I introduced him to a couple of years ago. He's doing it. He's making good money there. There's job in IT everywhere, and he just pick his own time. He pick his own time. He pick his own time. I remember when I was doing this kind of training a couple of years ago. Toward the end of the class, we go to job hunt, and one of my neighbor, Tomiwa, he was in Nigeria at that time, and he was in that class, and I talked about free nation to him, to the class, everybody, so they can go and get job there. When he came to this country, that was what I've been doing now. I was like, wow, okay. I, I'm surprised you picked that one up when you were in Nigeria, you know. So there's so much potential. You can go out there and be a consultant, write proposals to companies, migrate them to cloud. You can be on your own, have your own company as a consultant, cloud consultant, be a cloud evangelist. You can go and open on YouTube and start talking about cloud to people. Amazon will hire you indirectly. When they see your video out there, you make money. So there's so much potential for everyone. And no matter how busy we are or how less busy we are, the main thing is interest. The main
yes,
thing is interest.
yeah,
You know something about it? I can be on the computer all day and I might forget to eat. That is one thing about I don't know. I will forget to eat. Oh, I've not had lunch today because you so much consume with what you're doing. It's very amazing what we can where we can get to when we put together, work together as a team, and let our kids also know the better opportunity in this country. They shouldn't follow the path we took when we came.
yeah,
Let them be better than us. Nigeria, the problem we have is, I remember when I was in Nigeria, my parents wanted me to be mechanical engineer, no, civil engineer because my parents' friend was doing well as a civil engineer. Back then, that was not easy. But then I was like, computer just came out that time. I jumped to computer science. So many of us, because we think sometimes medical is the only way to go. I've never seen a doctor that make money like Bill Gates. I've never seen one. Have you ever seen anybody that work in a hospital that make money like Bill Gates?
Nope.
I don't see any nurse that make money. I mean, I always tell people, nurses, we know they only make money when you do overtime. How many jobs can nurse pick up at a time at their own convenience? Only one. How many jobs can doctor pick at a time? Only one. But how many jobs can IT pick at a time? As many as you want to take, as long as you can solve the problem. So IT is so broad. A couple of years ago, I talked to one of my doctor. He said he's going back to school for computer science. I said, why? You're a doctor. He's a surgeon though. But they were trying to do when I was doing my dental pro in that time. He said that was almost 11 years ago. He said the way the world is going now, if I don't go back to school to be a computer guy, the doctor will be out of job by the time they have robot doing our job because he has a friend in India who is working with the military that they're developing robotic arm that will do surgery for people. That was the first time I heard it. They're doing it right now.
That's true. Yes.
They can do surgery in your own house. They will ship the box like a box to you. You stay inside the box, and the doctor will be in India do your surgery in your house. And you tell you to get out. They will just send the doctor to watch you doing the surgery, and a nurse to watch you doing the surgery. Look at this thing, self-driving car now. Do you think Uber will have a job in the future? Do you think what if Tesla now will have a job? How many people did Walmart fire? Go to Walmart. How many people you see that work there now? Is it not a self-checkout? Who's doing the job? You are doing the job. Computer guys are doing the job. They're in their house doing the job in Walmart. And they're
exactly.
paying them money. That self-checkout is monitored by some people. You know that, right?
Yeah,
That's true.
So
Yeah.
we are doing the right thing here. Let's just spray it out.
it's true because sorry, let me just give just a little bit of input just to
Sure, sure,
buttress your points.
sure.
Like in Capital One now, they've laid off almost like 3,000 people where I work. One, because they just felt they don't need again. They've done computer now. So instead of going out to select for business, the departments responsible, loan origination and everything is now cyber. See, so they don't need people now to do those things again. So they've gone automated, or they've gone this now. So they have to lay off about almost 3,000 people. So those ones now, some people have worked there for like 15 years, years, 18, 20 years. They are off job now. You see, so it's true. So computer is really the way, and that's what everybody's embracing now. Even in the banking industry, almost everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So computer is really not even the future. The future is now. So
It's
computer is
already
the
now.
present now. It's the present now. So there's no like future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
So let me share my screen. Do anybody have anything else to say? Okay, I want to share something with you guys. Let me know where you guys can see my screen. Can you see my
Yeah, I
screen?
think that's it.
Okay. Now, two things I want you guys to have as the best friend: Google.com and what? And YouTube, right? Let's sign. Let's assume there's something you want to know. You are reading something, right? Like metadata. Okay. Let's give an example. You type Google, what is meta? Okay. I'm looking for metadata, right? I want you guys to learn how to find resources for yourself. Okay. Wiki, they do a lot of work on that. They will give you explanation. If you know the right keyword to type in, it will help you. So you say, what is metadata? If they don't do the right thing for you, okay, this guy even give you a better way. Give you a better way. Okay. You see how we get it? They will give you metadata and a sample, right? I can read it. Then you can actually do more and go to YouTube. So this thing is time draining, but you only do it one time. When you know it one time, you don't need to worry about it again, right? Go to YouTube. There are so many people that makes money off this kind of a thing. See, they break it down, But some of this thing in YouTube, they don't. You sometimes you might have to click two or three of them to understand more, right? And
Wish you could be
anything,
a lead engineer at Google?
that's where the
Can
Google
by
makes their
joining
money.
Interview Kickstart, the #1 tech interview.
Okay,
Hi, I'm Jared Hillam.
okay. This is just an
Sometimes
example.
in the
So Google and YouTube make them your best friend. Any link you see that is useful for you, what I always do, you open up like a notepad, right? Just document it because sometimes you don't need to in the future. You type it in, you say, okay, you just put it there. Okay. You know what I also do as well? I open up my WhatsApp and I send it to myself. Because I open up WhatsApp I open up my WhatsApp, right? And I send it to myself. Okay. You know why I do this? So when I'm driving sometimes, I can just click on the link, right? And be watching it while I'm driving. Not watching, like listening to it, right? While I'm driving. So no matter how busy you are, even at your lunchtime, get your Bluetooth, keep just like you are listening to music. Okay. That would really, really help us. Now, that's one thing about how you can build yourself. But this is the trick behind it. This class is good for you guys because it actually takes you to understand every little corner of the whole thing. Just like you know 0 to 9 right now. You already know 0 to 9, right? It's for you to keep writing from 11 now. You can keep going to wherever you can stop. Now, on the job, let's talk about the job now. You go to Indeed, right? You go to LinkedIn. So I need you guys to update you have a LinkedIn access. Okay, look, my LinkedIn, I think I have few followers, whatever it is. So I want you guys to open your LinkedIn for yourself and endorse each other, okay? What I mean by this is this, right? If you look at my profile now, I don't know these people, but they all endorse me now. So like now, Chief Boston, you endorse Grace, you endorse Gift, you endorse everybody, right? And put them a good comment. You know why? Most of the people they go to your LinkedIn account. I think they go to your LinkedIn account, right? I have about 500 people that follow me or more, whatever it is. They go to your LinkedIn account, right? All these people either have done one or two things for them. They go in there and endorse it, right? Some of them, I don't think anybody say any bad thing about me though. Maybe they do. I don't know. What did this one say? I don't even follow it, but endorse each other. And so when they ask you for your profile, they will see, wow, he's a great worker. We work together as a team. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You help each other. You know just because you know each other. You know the skill set. You all carry each of you, right? So the LinkedIn account here will really help you as well. Look at it. This one here. Look at there are jobs out there as well. Okay, Kali, are you in the class? Okay, Kali. Maybe I don't see them in the class today.
I have one quick question about LinkedIn.
Sure.
Professionally, how can you create two LinkedIn account if you have like right now have a professional account? Then if I'm going to ask this as a different account with a
No.
different job title, how do you differentiate that? Assuming somebody searches you by
No, don't
name.
worry. We talk about that. We talk about that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
That's one of the things I'm just
Okay.
going early now because we have time, right?
Okay.
So now on the LinkedIn, now you see your resume now. You have to package your resume also. You don't need to put too much jargon in your resume, right? Now you make sure you structure your resume based on your skill set and the job you are looking for. Like now, as a master study no study no four but master one, right? But you can still talk about the three, but your resume should focus on that one you want to do, right? Like every day I write code, every day I work on different technology. But I'm not gonna be putting everything in my resume. One time when I don't know this, I used to have a resume of 20 something pages. One day, one of them recruiter now call me. Why do you have to? You find it difficult to read? You can't even know. So why don't you just summarize the whole thing? Oh, I don't really. So the mistake I made in my early stage, I want you guys not to make the same mistake. People can go out there and promise you heaven and earth without your effort, your own self effort. It's not easy, but it's easy when you put in the best effort. So nobody can say, "Oh, come, I will give you job." No, job doesn't come like that. You have to work toward it, right? But it's you that determine. One of my guy I talked to him a couple of days ago, no, a couple of months ago, he wanted to straight. I said, "Look, I said I can train you. I can even take everything in my brain, put it inside your head. If you don't work toward it, you are not gonna get a job." Or I said, even when you get a job, if the job you start with something, because the more money they pay you, the more responsibility they expect from you. That's the honest truth. If the job is paying $40 an hour, they will not ask you too much. But they're paying you 65 up, you are a professional, right? They expect more from you. To whom much is giving, more is expected. Oh, oh, sorry. Do you mind? I call you. I'm in a class. Let me call you right after the class, please. All right. No. I thought it's those people that call for job because I was going to tell you, come and listen to them. So that way, it's not like I'm just talking it, right? But it's someone that's something else. Okay. So now we're going to look for jobs here as well. Then there's a lot of places like Career Builder. Indeed, there's so much job out there. Indeed, but there's one link I will send to you guys too on Saturday. We work on. So, but we're slowing down now on this because I don't know what you guys want to do because we have not really go over the video, right? Now, Grace, you said you watched the first. Is it you or Ike? That you said you watched the first few chapter that talk about the career or something. No. Because I want to like there's a place for it where it talks about the career. What is that job in real life? What do we call it? You know, I can't remember that.
I think the very first module talked about different jobs. Um, it just mentioned about cloud job, but I didn't really focus on that because that was just the beginning, and I really don't know what I was doing that time. So there's no way I was going to make up my mind about any job at the moment. But that was the very first module talked about jobs, the different types of jobs. You're muted, so we can't hear you if you're talking because we can see the mouse.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said when you get over here, when you tap in this one here, let's assume we look for pocket, right? And indeed, they will come up with all these bunch of names that's so scary, right? But what you do, look at this. Look for the case skill set, profile insight, what they want for this job. Okay. Then you can like some of these things you know, but you just don't know the word, the name they call it now. We get there. We get there. So those are the things we're gonna go over together. So when you see this is what they mean. When you see this is what they mean. Go and apply for it. You can do it. You've done it before. You know what I'm saying? So let's assume we tap in. But when I say where, I always put the remote here. Okay. Don't change it than other than remote. You don't want to go to anybody's office. So when I click on this, they look at the skill set, show more. So now when you're doing your resume, right? You know what they're looking for now, right? And you have the experience, just put it there. I have this experience, this. The first thing is let them shortlist you first. When you shortlist it, you are like 20% on the way. Then you prove to them your skill set. And when you talk, don't just talk to them what you know. Like make it so simple. You don't know some of those interviewers, they like the fact that you understand what is it, not that by drawing grammar. Those some of them they are not even technical, some of them. The first, these days they are doing a three-stage of interview now. The first one, they call you, introduce the introduction. They want to know what you'll be doing, what you like to do, what they want, what they're looking for. Second one could be technical, and that could be the final. Then third one might not be technical. Might be the staffing agent that call you, then they send it to the lead company. The lead company do their own interview. They now do another technical interview with you. Okay. Now, I also want to show you guys how to set up your environment, right? Your house environment to be ready for the job. But wait for the job before you set it up. But when you get a job, prepare all these things ahead of time. But by the time you get a job, I might not be available, but you already know what to do. I might be available. Or Grace might already got a job. You already said, oh, we can call, hey, Grace, I just got my own yesterday. I'm picking up the next one next week. What did you do? Okay. You help each other out. Don't hold information for anybody, please. It's not it's not going to make you better or make you be the best. It's just going to make you worse. So that's the thing you see we can do. You know, like it's all this thing gid and all this gid lab and everything. You already know it. We're just gonna when we do the quiz question and answer, we go. They pay good money though. They pay good money though. They pay good money though. Is all this one say? If are you in the class? I think they say you are in the class. I'm not hearing.
Mr. Bill, I'm in class, so.
So did you just join or you be around for a while?
I've been in class.
Okay, you didn't talk or what everybody is saying. You and Oga Khalid.
I concur to Mr. Israel and Grace. My hand is behind them.
Okay. But you know you're making a move. Were you able to even touch a bit of that video?
Yeah, I did some of it, and I did one, but I think my husband went up to like 3 or 4.
Wow. Ogagali is the
Yeah.
champion.
he don't sleep like that, man. I
It is
dozed off.
amazing. There's so much you can learn from this thing. And most of the job they are like 8 hour shift job. Now I want you guys to know something in this field. They don't like to pay overtime. Okay? They don't pay overtime. But here's the trick. The first 3 months when you pick up a job, just like everywhere, you have to know it. Even though you have a skill, you still have to know what they're doing. Right? The first 3 months, you might be working more than 8 hours a day, but you cannot bill them for 8 hours a day, for more than 8 hours a day. But they pay good money. Like, let's just pick up a job for $75 an hour and you work 8 hours a day. Is it not better than $40 an hour that you work 13 hours? Which one would you pick? You know, but easily, you can easily get that figure. You know, so but the first 3 months, off record, there's something to talk about. You will be able to know this thing. But that 3 months, once you master the environment, it'll be so easy for you. Sometimes you might not even have to put in that much hours because you already put in the hours already. But the good thing about it, you can travel anywhere you want to go. They travel a lot. They go on vacation. I just talked to someone. I say I'm on a vacation now. They just put me to talk. I was okay. I wish I'm there with you right now. But people like me, I can't go too more far away because how many computers do I need to carry with me? You know what I'm saying? But you can just get one job, just enjoy yourself, master it. But get the one for 3 months, master it, then move to the next one, whatever you decide to do. There are a lot of things we discuss on Saturday. Please try to be available on Saturday. There's something that is not going to be recorded that we have to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, so this will help you. So learn how to look for information you need and learn how to split it down. Like for instance, now, if I'm reading this thing now, right, and they mention a word, object, and I don't understand what object is, what do? You go to Google, but make sure the picky topic AWS, what is object, right? Go through the thing. They will tell you. You can go to YouTube because all this small grammar is what is chasing people away from IT. But when they mention metadata now, they run away. I don't know what metadata is. That's not like a big topic that like I never did it before in my life. But you just did metadata this morning in your house. So key into this, into how to find information about what you really need. Be detailed about it. Everything you read, make sure you understand everything in that page. If it's going to take you 10 years, stay there until you know it. I'd rather it take you 10 years to know it than skip through it and never know it at all. So these are the things that can really help us out, that will give us the main upper hand in this field. Please. So after this class, after you guys, we're gonna be another group of WhatsApp, right? That's just more like people that want to move on, or like about the career, right? Get a job, secure a job. All of you talk together. Oh, I have an interview tomorrow. After your interview, you share in the class. This is what they ask you in your interview. Even if possible, record the interview and share in the room. Okay? And let them talk. I will start doing it and send it to that room too. So that way you guys can see what they ask for. You see that you make things easy when you present yourself like a professional. When you present yourself, because when they have a aim of asking questions and you're already answering the question before they ask you, will they ask you? If someone want to tell me about Ogbono now, and I just say, thank you for the opportunity. So I just finished eating Ogbono. Oh, that was a half with taste good. Will you ask me about Ogbono anymore? Even when you have it on the list of paper, you want to ask me what is the content of Ogbono, you will not ask it again. That is another question you just keep. They will start talking to you about, you like it? I like it. Oh, that's my favorite food. They will jump off the topic and start asking you questions about things that you want to know. They want you to tell them about. Because it's more like he knows what he's doing. So we have to compose ourselves as well. During the interview thing, I know some people, we have a noise in the house, stay in a very quiet place. Even when you're driving, park, Then on the Zoom meeting they always use Zoom and there's Microsoft Zoom and this one. What is it again? I use a lot. Team View? No. Team.
Yeah, Microsoft Teams. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can change the background of that thing to look nice. First impression matter. I talk to these people, but don't expect every interview you do that will give you a job. It's not possible. What is possible? Maybe your first interview will be the one that will land you a job. But when you fail on one interview, that gives you a more what knowledge set to know. Oh, they asked me about this thing. Okay, write it down. That's why it's good to always record it too. You can always play. Well, okay, they asked me this. I didn't know it. I know a guy. Not that he knows this job, but he has done so many interviews that there's no interview question now they can ask. He doesn't know the job like that. But interview, anything interview, you are calling for interview because he did over 100 interviews before he get a job. I'm telling you, both in person, on the phone. He did it. They call him go to somewhere in California for interview today. You see him. If you fly, pay 5 money, buy ticket, go there. I told you can't be running around for an interview like this now. You're wasting money when they do you say, I need to go. But when I was training, he was sleeping that time. Now he broke over there. But he landed the job. Persistency. He was so persistent. That's one thing I respect him for. Never give up. You might do 10 interviews in a day. I'm telling you. My phone, if I tell you my phone, they call you back to back. You just do it when you don't, just say, okay, yeah, let them hear what they have to say. Hear what they have to say. Every interview is an experience for you, please. Okay. But please, I'm praying that we all have the time. Let us be well equipped by Saturday, please. Okay. Tuesday, I'm going to table the book on Tuesday. Then we read the book together. Oh, Tuesday, and we answer the question. Then I will send you like a dummy questions. Let me see if I can even get this thing. Is the CLFC 01. Are you guys look at my screen? I think it's 01 CLF. Okay, practice exam. You can always do it even before then. Just go there. Don't say you know it. Now, exam lab is right here for Amazon and it's free. I think so. Oh, no. Don't pay anything. No. Don't pay anything for anybody. Oh. There's nothing they teach you there that you don't know. Please. But if you want to, it's up to you. But I won't do that. There's no lab of like that. You're gonna look for it together. Don't worry, you can get all these cheap books to practice exam. So we need to focus now on practicing the exam now. Because they always have an answer to this thing. There's a place I will talk to this guy. Okay, I think it's this one. Okay, can we just do this sample one? Can you read this? Can someone read this for me? Can you guys see my screen? Or you can see it?
Yes, I can see it. I say, why is AWS more economical than traditional data centers for applications with varying compute workloads?
You know we already studied this, right? Can someone answer this question? Why? Why are you doing Amazon? Why do people like it?
I think I'm going to guess here, but I think C is the correct. Yes,
C.
I would say C is the correct answer.
Before you give us an answer, let me try as well, please.
Okay. Amazon bill, but not on monthly basis, right? You know, these pay as you go. I think they do hourly, right? Remember?
On demand.
No, it's on demand.
On demand. They are billing even when they pay you, they don't bill you like every month.
No.
When you use it, it's on demand. Yeah.
You use, yeah. Pay as you go.
Okay. You see that, which is on demand. The question is tricky, right? Some people say, oh, well, They be your monthly basis. This is all, which is right, but I will go for this. See the best answer. Let's see. I think they have an answer to this thing. Here you
You
go.
Google, you Google.
You guys are expert already. I'm gonna share this in the room.
Actually, if you look at the rest, can you look at the rest answers too? See, that's the best answer. But
Right, the
if
wrong.
you look, but if you look at the rest answers, the D, okay, is it the D or so? The D is a bit tricky too, kind of.
Yeah. Yes.
Let me see.
Where
Users can permanently run enough instances to handle peak workloads.
There's no
No,
permanent in
no,
Amazon.
no. That one is wrong. Let me see. Users retain users do not have full administrative access to their Amazon AC. So that B, users retain full administrative. Okay, that one is wrong. You
I
know
think
why?
C is the best answer though, because
Yes,
there are so many things on demand.
yes, yeah. You know why? Because I read about that
I
B today.
eliminate first what I know can never be the answer. Then I cannot debate between the answers that are close. But I
Yeah.
think for this one, all those are even unlikely in the first place.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's try number 2 now. Let's try number 2.
Number 2.
Okay. When AWS service would simply
Which
let's see the answers. Can you take up a little bit? Okay. Oh, sorry.
You know this is already answer itself.
oh my goodness.
You know what they say? They say migration of. We mentioned this in the class. Is a database what? What do they say they're migrating? Database, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Amazon want to know the way they do their wording, it has to be and they mention something simplify the migration. So who want to pick the answer?
Wait. Oh, sorry.
Database.
I'll go with.
Okay, this is what we do.
How is
We
it?
have let's do this. Okay, let's group ourselves into team. Okay, Israel, you and Gift, you are in one group. Okay, Grace, you and Ife, you are in one group. Okay, Tali, you and Chief Austin, you be in one group. Who else is there? So each of you will pick and let's see which group go better. So group A, who are the group A now? Group A, what is your answer?
You said me and Gift, right?
Yes. Group A, you are the one that will answer number 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Gift, I was saying B. What do you think?
Yes, I agree.
You agree? Okay. Now let's look at the question together. The service that they say database migration, right? Look at it. They mention something here. AWS data is right here.
Yeah.
Right? That's the answer. Let's check. Uh, yeah. You see that? Now, group B, number 3.
Uh-oh.
Think about it. And Amazon AWS offering enable user to find, buy, and immediately start using solution in their AWS environment. There was one service we mentioned.
The answer is right there though. Even from the statements, the answer is there.
So group B, what do you guys pick?
The AWS configuration. Ife, are you there? Ife,
Yes. Yes, I'm
you-
here.
what do you think the answer is?
I'm thinking I'm thinking B, but I don't really know what it means.
You mean Upworks? Ops works. Is it that one? B, you said.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm not even sure what the answer is right now,
I'm not,
honestly.
yeah, none of them.
Okay, do
None
any
of
of the
those
member of the
is
other group
familiar to me.
want to help?
D is the answer.
AWS Marketplace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's look at the answer. So what group help you?
I think it's Austin that mentioned. Who talked
Yeah,
now?
me.
I don't know if it was Austin.
So
Austin,
what
yeah.
group were you?
You said it's
You are
AWS
group C, right?
Marketplace.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. You see, it's there in our services. Look at the cloud. We mentioned it briefly. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. So group C, you have another point to yourself.
No,
Now
I'm
let's
sorry,
go.
please. No, wait, don't just rule us out like that, oh, please, oh. How is it AWS Marketplace? I don't
Because
think I've read that one before.
That's where they look at it. Use that to find. That's where everybody buy
buy,
this thing now.
buy,
You see, they said you
Oh.
find, you buy. Look at the word
buy,
buy.
yeah, that buy is the one.
Why
Yeah,
you go
that
to that
buy.
question? Where is it? Number 3, right?
Yes.
You find the buy immediately start.
When they say buy, you know something, the answer is in the question.
Yes,
You know.
exactly. Yeah, is
Now,
that
when
buy?
you get to the exam hall, please, I want you guys to also be smart. Read it very well. Okay. So group C, number 4.
Is that we?
Yeah, group C.
Okay,
We only have 3 groups there, right?
okay.
Group C. I think you and Gakali.
Yeah,
Yeah, group C. Okay.
which AWS integration service enables a company to create a virtual network within AWS? Create. I'll go with D. Amazon Virtual Private Cloud. Yes.
Gakali, you agree
I'll
with
go
him?
with D.
Ogakali is not here.
Oh, Gakali is not there.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Don't worry, I'm alone.
Okay. So now let's look at the answer here.
wait. Let me be sure that that's my
No,
final.
wait, is it, look at it. The answer is already there.
Yeah, it's there. So I believe it's the. I believe it's D. I'll go with D. I stay with D.
Okay. Okay, let's go for. See, it's D.
Yeah.
Because they already say you create is okay. Now let me ask you something though. Is this under software as a service, platform as a service, or infrastructure as a service?
That's under which one is that?
It's gonna be under infrastructure as a service. You remember that? It's infrastructure because it has to do with creating what?
Creating,
Virtual
yes.
network. It's
Yeah.
creating, right? So number 5, group A. Gift, you are the one that we answer this time around. You guys will rotate. Group A,
Hello.
which of the following is AWS responsibility under the AWS share responsibility? We are number 5, right?
Yes.
So what do you pick? There's something called, we mentioned it briefly, it's called AWS share responsibility model, right? We mentioned this briefly in the class. But you guys may not, well, this will help us really understand.
Are we on group A now, right?
Yes, yeah, group A. You know, it's you and Gift, right?
Oh, okay. And
But
what
she's
she
the one
says
that will
number
take it
5,
forward.
right?
If she can't do it, then you jump in and help.
Okay.
But you guys are on number 5 now.
I'm a bit unsure, but I'm guessing C, securing application access and data.
Okay.
I would say it's more of. I would say B. Maintaining physical hardware.
That is the shared responsibility. You guys, that you got it. So well, let's see what wait, either one that you guys pick. What is number 5, right? See. Now, another thing about this thing is you can go there. We already mentioned this, but it's okay. We are learning, right? So shared responsibility, when you are in the shared responsibility model, right? It has to do with that way. maintain the
Okay.
physical hardware. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
You know, you share responsibility, right? But let me ask you something. On Amazon as a platform, you don't worry about hardware.
Yeah.
They just do the thing, right? Okay. So, but I want you guys to, I share the Excel file. There's a link there. Go there and know about the shared responsibility model. We mentioned it briefly, but when you go back there, you will better understand now. Those are the small questions that we ask you. You know, there's a there's the security of the cloud. When is the security of the cloud? That's where the security is. There's a security in the cloud. There's hardware, and just go through the whole thing. We gotta go back to it again. Okay. So group B, where are we?
Number
Number
6.
five. Number 6.
So, which component of the AWS global infrastructure does Amazon Cloud Front use to ensure low latency? Edge locations.
To ensure to low
So,
latency delivery.
so ensure low latency delivery.
Watch this. They mentioned cloud front here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Used to ensure low latency delivery. So come on, the answer is there already.
Yeah, deliver.
Components which all thing we know send you. I mean, but make we do am by ourselves. Now me and if they do am before you go spoil our radio first. Make we do am by ourselves first. Which components of the AWS global?
Okay, remember you asked me this question before.
Yeah.
When you're in Nigeria, how
Did you say have they answered the question?
no, they
We have
No, Israel, Mr. Israel, we've not.
Okay.
we've not to
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I thought. Yeah, I thought. No, I will not say anything. I thought I wanted to make a guess, but I will not say anything.
I think this is asking something about fast, for something to be fast or something.
there's something called, do you know what cloud front means? Amazon cloud front is more like it's the service responsible for, like I mentioned to you guys, like now, people, Walmart all over the place. So it'll be closer to you, right? Okay. So what is this? That is the name of this thing. Which component of cloud infrastructure does this cloud front?
And you said it's not edge.
Location.
Oh yes.
That's what I said now. That's what I said.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. If that's what I said, do they say I'm wrong? My brother won't
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. Sorry. Number 6. Let's find the answer. Where's the answer?
No, remember I said location. You said okay. No. I should not answer. So actually,
no, I said
location.
Okay. Now, let me ask you something. Do you know that what is edge? What is the definition of edge? In the real world, edge is something like
edge is at the edge.
At the edge now, right? Edge. So how do you make one closer to me? You have to bring it to my edge now, right?
Yeah, close to you.
So group C, number 7. That's good.
So we are.
Oh, T4C, you are the only one, right?
He's on his own long self.
But he's doing it though. So what is this one here? How will a system also add additional layer of security? Come on, this one here, his answer is there. Is there. Chivosi.
No, I think he's doing number 7.
Yeah, we're on 7 now.
Oh, okay. Because I can't see clearly the question.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Chivosi, you're number 7. How many more do we have to go, Seth? All right. Let's finish. We have 3 to go. We can do it. We can finish tonight on this one. Let's just borrow like a few minutes. So number 7.
Yes, sir.
What do you think?
Number 7.
Now, when you answer this, I will tell you something. You guys need to know something today.
Okay. How would the system administrator add an additional layer
Additional layer.
of login
You
security?
know, you have to have a username and password, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that thing now when you do your job, they send you something when you log in.
Mm-hmm.
It's additional layer. Even
Yes,
though you know your
that
password.
is enable multi-factor authentication.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
correct.
sir.
Yes. Yes. This we are doing an exam question. Oh.
Tell you how. He don't give you the answer directly.
No, I thought. No, I knew. No,
Because
give me now. No,
because I think we use this too because
yeah,
in medical they don't just give you access to EMR, and you when you log in they will have to send either push or buzz you or send you
Yes.
make a call and then you have to answer that
Yes.
call, as another layer of security.
Yes.
We use this
exactly.
to authenticate you. Yeah.
Please, I need a job.
And look at this. How would you see now? Number you see now. These are the things we do. This is amazing. Like now, you think you don't know anything, right? You are just answering questions. So number 8 now. What service can who else? Grace, your team.
Sorry, it's Mr. Israel's team.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Your team. Sorry.
Oh, is it? Okay, it's our team.
Yes.
Okay.
I shared this thing with you guys. I want you guys to, in the answer session, they have a link. Please master those things. So we are not going to go back to this anymore, right? You guys already know it. Now, number 9, if you remember, number 8, sorry, we talk about something that can help you figure out who what. You can do something like
I would say I say AWS Cloud Tail. That's my guess.
Yeah. Gift, do you agree with him?
Sorry?
Do you agree with this answer?
Yes.
Or you just say yes because he say yes, or you understand?
No, I agree.
Okay. All right. Group B. Wow, this is good. We talk about this. Was it not yesterday, last class?
I've actually never heard of that cloud trail, but anyway.
You never had a cloud trail?
No, I don't think so. Maybe
the script. We mentioned cloud trail. Cloud trail is more like something that will help you live like you know what trail means, right?
To follow.
Okay, yes.
Trail, like
Yes. So everything you do, every time you make an API call or anything, cloud trail, just like he track things, he follow things. So that way you can give account for people to know who did who break something.
Yeah,
you can trail them. You can trail them. I think we mentioned something about that's when we mentioned where is your house at, where is your house address, all those things. We're looking at those things.
So when EC2 instance is terminated, though.
Number 10 is
as a matter of fact.
No, we didn't ask you number 10 now.
No, I know. No, I said the answer is there. I've seen the answer already.
Mr. Austin, you are boiling. You are boiling. You are boiling.
I'm boiling.
You are boiling.
Beg me.
For us, if are you there?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we use this kind of thing too at work. I think ours is called Audit Trail.
Yes.
If you go in the system, it tracks anybody that's ever been in there and what timestamp and all that stuff.
Yeah. Audit Trail, because it trails.
Yeah.
It gives information. It gives maybe what's it called?
It's just a log like a
we also
use
it too. Yeah. In my job, we use it in my job too. Yeah.
Okay, so for number 9, for us, the answer is A, Amazon Simple Notification Service. SMS.
Yes, let's say the answer.
A.
number 10, no.
Number 9.
We are the which time won't be this one? Why you can't they jump the gun now?
Okay.
No,
No, number 10, sir. The answer is right there, number 10. It's just right there. Sorry.
right there.
I don't know if
No,
I'm
you are
necessary.
the one in
Where
number
can
10. This is for you.
Me? Yeah, number
Yeah.
10 is D. Number 10 is
Yeah.
you
That's
know
the
why?
answer.
Yeah, it's D. You know why? Because they say where can a user find
Information.
information? And remember, like we always have use policy. So I was talking about number 10. So
Yes, now.
Vector is right there.
So please, on the day of your exam, relax.
They should
Read
hire
the
me.
question. Because they have answer in that question.
That's
I'm telling you.
Don't mind me.
Yes, is a use policy.
Yeah, it's a setup use policy. So we just
So basically, you're saying the answer is in the question.
Yeah, you know why? Because they say where can a user find
information?
You are the user. You are the customer. Where can the user find information? So the use policy will tell you. The acceptable use policy.
Acceptable use policy.
Yeah, it will tell
the
you
acceptable way you can use the services.
Exactly.
Okay, about prohibited actions on the AWS infrastructure. Okay.
Is it making sense now?
Yes,
So
sir.
when you get to the exam, I need you guys to read the question very, very well. And think about it. Don't just speak because don't just think about it. Just think. Good. These people have answer in every question. Do you know another trick? An answer, a question may be an answer. Maybe a question number 8 might be an answer to question number 10. They do that thing too. So, when we are doing this kind of thing, you make you guys feel, you understand, okay, what I want you guys to do, all this one here, right? See this link here? I share with you guys already. Click on each of them. On them. It will tell you more detail about this question, okay? So, I'm not going to go back to this anymore. We know this right now. So
did you send it to the group?
I shared
question
the
link to
the group. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So I need you guys to start building confidence in yourself. You don't even know what you know by now until you start answering all these kind of questions. So, okay, you are getting more confident now, right? You see this now.
Yeah, coincidentally, I kind of use my work as as a basis for just figuring out some of this.
Yeah. It's what we do every day. It's what we do every day. I think on Saturday we're gonna spend more time to do a lot of as many as possible.
Sorry,
some of you might even be able to do the exam on Monday.
I have to sign out, so I'm sorry.
Sure. So no, we're actually done for today. Okay. And thanks for each and every one of you guys. If you guys have any questions, I think we spent 9 minutes over. So we catch up on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Then we are now start professional life.
See you later. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you all. Everybody have a blessed rest of the weekend.